So is it good to finally have the opportunity, not only you, but I think just like maybe 5 or 6 riders that are in a good level to finally have like an open race where you can race?
Yeah, I mean, we still race behind Tadej, but it's true. It's definitely a lot more enjoyable. You feel super involved in the race, which is like one of the best things. It's one of the things of, I didn't race against Tadej Jonas all season, and there's for sure races where you're not against them, but when those two boys are there, when they're a class above, it can be like a little bit like, it can be hard because you never have that opportunity. But here, you know, I have this jersey now for 10 days, and it's something that was not possible in the Giro, for example. And yeah, it's just been a pleasure to be here and have that shot.
How much pressure, or what do you have to do when the level is so high, to perform, to wear this red jersey? I guess these guys have risen level a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's professional sport. You gotta live and deal with it. There's pretty much always going to be someone better than you at pretty much any moment, unless you are very much the world's best. But the world's best aren't always the best for their whole career as well. So, you know, it's like any job. You have to improve. You have to reflect, see, you know, what's my next step? What can I actually physically achieve? Because in the end, you have your limit physically and probably mentally too. And then you can also work on the other areas, you know, with how you approach races in a personal kind of way, how you actually live your life at home as well, also makes a huge difference. So it's been kind of a story over the last couple of years of learning which ones to tinker with and what works and what doesn't.
And how do you balance the emotions here in La Vuelta? Because I think we all have emotions, the ones we are involved. You wake up and suddenly you feel in your stomach, in your mind. How do you deal with them? I
actually say here has been one of the more simple races I've actually gone through mentally. Yeah, I think doing a race like the Tour de France that's really mentally taxing, and you're mentally absolutely broken by this stage, second race day. But here has been a lot easier to approach, even though it's harder. You have a little bit less stress in regards to just how the peloton feels. So for me, that's probably the emotional part that's the hardest to deal with in cycling. It's the positioning and the kind of danger part that becomes the thing that really can kill you sometimes.
And then the third week of La Vuelta a España, how are you gonna face it? Where do you think it's gonna be like the key moments?
I think tomorrow, first of all, because it's a really hard stage. Don't know what the weather's going to be like, if it's like it is now, wet, drizzle. But I'd say tomorrow, and then Friday's stage I think really suits Primoz a lot. So that's a big battle. To be honest, the day I'm looking forward to most is Saturday. The Pico Blanco stage, you know, it's almost 5,000 meters climbing, and it's the kind of day that I always love. That's my kind of jam. So I'm looking forward to that. And once the Vuelta is finished in Madrid, I'll also have a nice celebration, and I'll be even happier then.
Can you win La Vuelta a España?
Maybe. If I'm very good tomorrow, then I think I have a small chance. But yeah, it's definitely not a big chance.